this too shall pass is so cliche, but
it's so relevant.
Take it from my experience when I thought, God, could it get any worse than this?
Yeah.
And then I found out it could,
Yeah.
and yet I took a step forward, sometimes begrudgingly, defiantly, and it just passed.
Yeah.
And don't hold on to a regret too long. I may beat myself up in many ways, but I don't regret these things that have happened. If that person wouldn't have stole that money, I wouldn't live in the home I live in. I would have still had a Circle G life.
Yeah.
If that other person that I trusted in my business wouldn't have milked me for so much money to the point where I couldn't, resurrect any of these things I thought I wanted, I would have remained my heart attached to my wallet a little too much. So the refinement came when I needed it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't see it at the time. At the time, it felt like failures.
Yeah.
At times, I had to change my view of who I am. I'm a gullible person. I must be ignorant. I must be, and all these things that go through, and you have to wrestle with those and say, no, I'm a trusting person, and I care to put my faith in people.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to let this tarnish that. So, if anything, just know it will pass.
I was going to say that I find myself a very, what some would consider gullible, but I think my problem is that I know deep in my heart that whether it's my word is my bond or whatever the cliche is that you want to throw out there, I like to believe everybody else is the same way, which obviously everybody else is not the same way, but you want to be able to say, okay, well, if you say this to me, if you and I have a conversation and you say X, well, X is what it is, right? There's no reason for me to believe anything other than what that is.
Yeah. My dad, your word is your bond.